Hi, Summer Sketch Club members. First of all, I just want to say thank you for coming to our class last week. It was so great to meet all of you, and I was so impressed by what great artists you are. If you look behind me today, I have lots of your drawings taped up on the walls, and you can see what great artists are in our class. I'm so excited that I get to teach you. So this week at Summer Sketch Club, we're going to learn how to use charcoal. So I'll need you to look at this paper so that I can show you how to use charcoal. Okay, so I'm going to use a regular pencil and draw a line. So there's a line I drew with that regular pencil. Now watch when I draw a line with this charcoal pencil. So what do you notice that's different about those two lines? Well, so the line I drew with the pencil is a lot thinner than the line I drew with charcoal. This line is a lot thicker. The charcoal line is also quite a bit darker than the line I drew with pencil. So those are the two main things that are different between pencil and charcoal. Thicker line with charcoal, darker line with charcoal. You can still shade with a charcoal pencil just by controlling how hard you push, like this. It's actually even easier and a lot more fun to shade with a charcoal pencil than it is with a regular pencil. So let me show you why. So look at these two circles again. This circle is one that I shaded with a regular pencil like this already. And now I'm going to shade this circle with a charcoal pencil. See what a thick, dark line the charcoal pencil makes already? It's going to be a lot faster to shade this circle with a charcoal pencil than it is with a regular pencil because it just makes a lot thicker of a line than the regular pencil does. I was able to shade this circle a lot faster because I used charcoal instead of pencil. Another difference is that since charcoal pencils are a lot darker than regular pencils, I can make the dark areas of my circle a lot darker when I use a charcoal pencil than I can with a regular pencil. And another cool trick is that I can make the light places when I use charcoal, I can make them even lighter by using this kneaded eraser. So if I shaded the light areas of my circle a little too dark because I was using a charcoal pencil, I can just take this kneaded eraser and just press it lightly on top of those areas that I want to be light. And it just picks up a little bit of charcoal without erasing the whole thing. And so that's how shading with charcoal really helps you to get really dark darks and really light lights areas of your drawing when you're trying to shade. So that's another cool thing about charcoal. It helps you create a good contrast between the really dark areas and the really light areas, whereas pencil, there's not quite as big of a difference between the dark area and the light area. The one downside to charcoal is that it smudges really easily, so watch what happens when I start to draw something. See what happens? If I rest my hand on top of my drawing at all when I'm using charcoal, it gets everywhere and it just doesn't look good at all. It makes your drawing look really awful and it just makes a mess on your hand. So that's the tricky thing about charcoal. You have to figure out how to draw by just letting your pencil tip touch the paper and not letting your hand slide on your paper. A drawing with charcoal, I like to start out by drawing the basic shapes with pencil and then going in to shade it with charcoal. So it might be something like this. If I was drawing a house, I would draw that some kind of rough outline with a pencil. take my charcoal pencil. Notice that my hand is not resting on the table. I'm using less pressure on this side of the house so that it looks different from the other side, and you can tell it's so different that the two sides of the house are different there. You can tell where the corners are. So that was just a really quick little drawing, but you can see how I first drew the outline of it with a pencil, and then after that I went and used the charcoal pencil, and I kept the side of my hand off of the paper so that I wouldn't smudge the drawing. So if you're trying to shade with charcoal and you're right-handed, then it will help you to try to shade the left side of your drawing first and work to the right, because that way if your hand does touch down on the paper, it's not touching a place where you've already shaded. And so opposite if you're left-handed. If you're left-handed, then you could start shading the right side of your paper and work in the other direction. Since I want you to do your very best shading with charcoal when you come to class this week, I want you to practice not smudging your paper. So when you're drawing with pencil at home, before you come to class, just try it out and try practicing holding your pencil and holding your hand in a way that you're not touching your hand to the paper, just the tip of your pencil. So just try that at home so that you'll be ready when we use charcoal in class this week, so that your drawings won't get all smudged. It is tricky to not touch your hand to the paper, but I know you can do it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that we have Summer Sketch Club class again this Thursday. And if you were here last week and took home a practice kit, then you should be working on drawings. So one of those drawings needs to be a still life. So that means just a drawing of an object sitting on a table. Try to make sure that your object fills up your whole page when you draw it. The other papers, you can draw whatever you want, but I just want to see your artwork when you come back to class.